Hi guys, what's up? Natasha here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with Alicia.
Hello.
And we just filmed a chit chat get ready with me. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask any girl talk topic questions ranging from body confidence to relationships to breakups, whatever it is. We are going to be answering those for you guys. So if you want to keep watching, and keep watching.
Well, if you want to keep watching, just don't do anything.
Do you know what look you're doing? I have no idea. My skin is kind of breaking out because I'm on my period, so...
Oh, that was me last week.
Yeah, so I'm honestly... I think I'm gonna go like just neutral skin, neutral eye, and then do like a fun lip because I never do a fun lip.
Yeah, I think we should just, you know, see what happens and have fun, you know?
I know, I agree.
I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I know I want to do eyeshadow, but I can't tell if I want to do like a light smoky eyeshadow or go all out first.
So like a dark.
Yeah.
The first topic that somebody asked about is for us to talk about friendship breakups.
Well, first of all, I feel like friendship breakups are definitely the hardest.
I agree. I feel like sometimes a friendship breakup is like worse than a boyfriend breakup.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I've had friendship breakups. You've had friendship breakups.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think it's a different type of like heartbreak. Yeah. It's hard to deal with because sometimes it is inevitable. They did something to you or you did something to them. I think the easy ones are when you just grew apart. I've had both. I've had ones that you just kind of like, you just drift apart because I don't know, maybe your just lives are just so different. You just have to like grow and then learn and like whatever. And
I had a friend who I literally thought was gonna be in my wedding.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you have these ideas, and then it was really hard at the beginning because like I would see this person literally every single day.
Yeah.
And you don't see them or you don't talk to them and you feel like a part of you is missing.
Yeah.
And it feels really hard, but at the same time I've kind of come to terms with God puts certain people in your life at certain times.
I'm
agree. So grateful for that time that I had with these friendships, but in my life now I'm like, I don't even know how they would really fit into my life.
Like right now.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
It's so interesting.
You just kind of have to be thankful for that time. Learn from it, whether
Whether if it was you
or them or both. Like, just know where, you know, you can improve
100%.
in the future. And I think that's all you have to do. And it's definitely hard. It's going to be hard for a while when you are going through that friendship breakup. If it's meant to be, it will be. It's kind of like with regular breakups or regular relationships. It's like, if it's meant for you to be in each other's life, you will find your way back to each other. You know what I mean? Like, and if not, then maybe that was just your season.
I know so many people that are like, I don't want to not be friends with them because then it's going to be awkward if we see each other. And I'm like, bro, it's life. Everyone moves on. You know what I mean? If you're not friends with someone, it's totally okay. You don't have to be mean. You can just be nice and fun. And like, you don't have to have the same relationship. Yeah. Someone asked, how often do you find yourself comparing your body to others? I do every day.
A lot. Yeah.
I feel like it's really inevitable.
Yeah.
Because you're fed all of these images on social media. And you know what's so funny is that I know for a fact there are people who will compare themselves to my images on social media and your images on social media. And it's so wild to me because literally it does not matter what you look like. Everyone is just comparing each other to the next person that they see, and literally comparison is the thief of joy. It just is, and I'm trying to work on not comparing myself. You will never be able to achieve my body and I will never be able to achieve your body. Like physically, like we have such different bodies. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would I ever strive or compare myself to something that physically is not achievable for me? Yeah. Our body shapes are so different. That's what makes us like who we are. You know what I mean?
I still sometimes strive, I'm not gonna lie.
I strive to look like the best that I can, but it would be so unrealistic for me to look at Kendall Jenner or Gigi Hadid, you know, 6 foot plus tall and have these long legs, and I'm a very shorter, curvier person. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would I do that? When I'm 40 years old, am I gonna look back on the time where I'm in my 20s right now and I'm gonna be like, I really just wasted the beautiful years of my 20s thinking about all the insecurities I have rather than like living and enjoying myself and being active and moving. And I don't wanna be that person that's like, oh, I wish I took advantage of the time that I had when I was whatever age, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a fun one because my story is actually very funny, but first period story time.
Oh my God, I got a good one.
Okay.
I was a late bloomer and I got my first period when I was 15. It's just my dad because my mom passed away 2 years prior, so I didn't have anything. I didn't have pads, I didn't have tampons. I woke up in the morning to get ready. I'm freshman year of high school. I go to the bathroom and I see blood, you know, everywhere. Oh my God, what's happening to me? I was like, I was freaking out, and I knew it was my period, but I was like, oh no, I don't have anything. My dad was getting ready for work and I knocked on his door and I was like panicking. I was like, Dad, I started my period. And he was freaking out. He was like, oh my goodness, He didn't know what to do either.
Your dad is so, I can so see
He
your
was
dad
like, he's like, are you okay? I'm like freaking out. I cried. I called my aunt at 6 in the morning. She's like, it's okay. Like, just take some toilet paper, like whatever. Call your Aunt Kim, who's like near you, to go pick you up stuff before school. So that was my first period story.
I had woken up super early to go to my brother's hockey game, and I remember waking up feeling like how I feel when I get my period, like super nauseous and just like I like feel slumped over, and I just felt really bad, but I obviously didn't know. So we go to the hockey game. I kept telling my mom, I really have a stomach ache, like I really have a stomach ache. She was like, okay, we'll get some food. So we went, we're driving in the parking lot. I remember telling my parents, like, pull over, I need to vomit, I need to vomit. Then we get home, I go to the bathroom, I saw that I got my period, and I was like, what the heck? Like, it's here. That's why I feel so bad. The bathroom that I was in the middle of the hallway of all the bedrooms.
Oh yeah.
So my dad is walking by as I had opened the door. I'm like, where's mom? And he like kind of like looks in the bathroom and sees, and then he like goes and tells my mom.
I could just totally see your dad joking about it and you being so like, that's not funny.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then for the rest of the night, I was vomiting. I just vomited the entire night. It was actually on Lev's birthday that this happened. And then one by one, every single woman that was at the house literally came in to be like, congratulations.
Why did
like your mom told me? I want to be left alone. Yeah, it was just like super funny because literally it was like my aunt came in, my grandma came in, but it was kind of funny. When you first started your period, were you afraid of tampons?
That same time I first started my period, I don't know who gave me the idea to try a tampon.
Oh, the first time? You're lying.
It was horrible. I put it in. First of all, didn't know how to put it in. Probably didn't put it in right. So let's just talk about that. So already probably felt very bad. And then also, I guess it was like near the end of my period too.
I feel like I have a similar story.
She was dry. And let me just tell you, have I ever cried that much before trying to get a tampon out? That was the most horrible thing in the whole world.
My mom was out of town and it was right before school. I did the same thing. I did it towards the end. It was like, I didn't really have much of a flow, so I wasn't even able to stick it up all the way.
Oh gosh.
I stuck it up like halfway. Okay, this isn't gonna work. I couldn't get it out.
Oh
so
no.
I'm crying on the floor of my room. I'm calling my mom, I think in Canada at the time. Honestly, it hurt so bad. And my mom was like, okay, well, what do you want? Like, do we need to go to a doctor? Like
they're gonna yank it out.
Yeah,
like,
she's
someone's
like,
gonna do it.
What, if you can't do it, like, there's no one else to do it for you. And my dad ended up taking my brothers to school, and I just stayed at home for like the first period to literally get it out. Someone asked, I'm embarrassed because of my acne. How can I feel confident knowing it's normal? I feel like this is a good one because me and you really struggled with acne.
I 100% know how you feel because it's definitely very tough when, even though people say it's normal, let's say people that you know it's not normal. I think confidence also always starts within, and it really just starts with your love for yourself, which is easy to say but hard to do, especially when that's happening. The acne, it's such a short period of time that you have it. One day it's gonna be better, it's gonna be better. Just gotta like learn to love yourself even for that. It doesn't change who you are.
In high school, Elise and I both had super bad acne and was on like medication for it and like all that stuff. You and Noreen, I think, were the only two girls that I had ever seen that had the same amount of acne or like struggle with it as much, and like luckily you two are like my best friends, so it's comforting. But a lot of the girls we went to school with had beautiful skin. I always felt like I had to hide my skin. I was like so embarrassed about it. I would actually do my makeup every single day. Senior year, full foundation. I had to have my acne covered. And then one day I just came to school with no makeup on because I was so fed up. Then I feel like I became more confident in myself because I'm just like, whatever. I feel better knowing that I'm not like hiding it.
And I think the more you focus on it, I think the more you can get down on yourself. So try your hardest to focus on other things other than yourself.
I'm actually getting a lot of questions about eating healthy, eating disorders.
If anything, I've had probably like body dysmorphia, but I think every girl deals with that in some like way. My health journey all started with like my skin and when I had really bad skin. And I think that's when I started to get educated about food and wanting to just take care of myself. Yeah, I think we all have times where we go into like, oh, I shouldn't be eating this, like, or I should be eating better. I truly enjoy health and wellness, like of the properties like food has.
I've had such a interesting relationship with food my entire life. And to be honest, it was not something that I ever really like came to terms with until probably this year. Growing up, I pretty much stayed the same weight. Like I never fluctuated really. I was always active. I was eating pretty well. And then right after high school, I started eating a lot unhealthier. I wasn't exercising. I gained about 30 pounds. That like literally traumatized me because I didn't even know that I could gain that much weight that quickly from not treating my body how I normally treat it. So I became so obsessed with losing the weight. I became so scared of ever feeling and looking that way again. Not saying that being 30 pounds heavier than I wasn't beautiful. It was just so different to me that like it wasn't healthy the way that I was doing it. I would overly restrict to the point where then I would binge, and I would have nights where I would literally be like, okay, I need to eat everything that I'm like not allowed to eat. So
because tomorrow I'm gonna eat so
So let's say like all week I did really well and I overly restricted, and then on a Saturday or Sunday I would be like, okay, well now I literally have to find everything in my pantry that I'm not supposed to eat and like let me have it right now because I know next week I'm gonna start eating clean again. And like that is such a toxic cycle. I didn't even know that I had that problem until I really like took a step back and was like, okay, wow, I deal with that, and like that's not like a normal thing of life. It's been very interesting to deal with that, but also be very aware of it now. There was so much guilt about like not doing something correctly. So like if I didn't eat clean or if I didn't work out, then I would feel guilty, which then propels the cycle of, okay, well now I have to like really do well, and then that's like even worse because that it's just like that continuous cycle. What has been your biggest piece of advice for girls going through heartbreak?
Heartbreak takes a lot of time and a lot of self-reflection about like how you want to go on with the next relationship you have, or even just relationship with friends or relationship with your family. Like it's good to be sad, and at the end of the day, look for the lessons in it. And at the end of the day too, if it's meant to be, it will be.
A couple of months ago, I had a situation where I was like sad over a boy that didn't work out. And then I remember one day, which is so weird, it was like we basically had a conversation where I was like, okay, I'm done talking to you, like this is not gonna work. I wasn't even sad, like I should have been sad, but I looked at it in a way where I was like, I'm so deserving of something better. You need to see yourself as the ish. You know what I mean? Like you really need to see yourself as this queen who deserves amazing things and not be sad over someone who couldn't give that to you. I had that moment over quarantine where I was like, whoa, I need to quit crying about this person. Like, what am I doing? I'm out of this league. Just like hype yourself up, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're beautiful and you're cool and you deserve someone who's gonna be amazing for you.
Who sees that too.
Right.
Not someone who like
not someone who's just like
wants to play games.
Because you don't want anybody who's like whatever about you. Do you believe you need to date several people before you find the one, or do you just wait?
I don't see a point in dating someone just for fun. I'm dating someone for like the potential of marriage. I think the point of dating is figure out whether that person is gonna be the one or not. But sometimes that might take a couple people, and sometimes that might take one, you know?
Totally. Like, this last question is asking about staying content in singleness, which I am currently single. I learned how to really appreciate who I am and not like base my worth off a relationship, because a lot of times I was like, well, if I get attention from a boy, that means I'm like desirable or like I have value or worth, or like I was measuring it a lot of times in that. And it's funny because every single time that I've ever struggled with not being content in my singleness, like I'll really get in that mindset of, okay, I'm just gonna work on myself. I'm gonna work on my career, my life, my mental health, like my fitness. Like I'm really gonna invest in me. And every single time I've literally had right after that, when I get fully in the contentness of being single, like then a boy will come in. It really is that, because when you're working so hard on yourself, you attract, like that's a very attractive energy.
Quality guys want like a strong, independent girl who loves herself. You have to do it for you, not for like him or the relationship. And I think, and I agree with you, every single time that you are content in your singleness, that's when people will come out, like you'll have those opportunities, because again, like I feel like it has to do a lot with like law of attraction. Self-love and
self-love is not easy. No, like it's literally a conscious decision that you have to make every single day to have those thoughts. Your makeup looks good.
Your makeup looks good. I was about to say that.
So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with us, and just talking about girl stuff. If you guys enjoy these type of videos, I know we really love just like sitting down and talking. Like we do this literally just on our own, not even on camera. So if you guys want more of these type of videos, leave us a comment down below and go check out Alicia's video that we did on her channel. Subscribe if you're not already, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.